Let's talk about caring for your home staging inventory. There are kind of two things we want to address here. One is the maintenance of your inventory, and then the other thing I think is the protection of the inventory that you have.
Keeping things clean is really important when you're working with staging inventory. A lot of the materials that we use are slip covered. So for example, we wash our slip covers on a regular basis, whether they have obvious marks on them or not. It keeps everything looking fresh and clean and keeps it looking newer longer.
We always have our cleaning materials with us so that we can take, we use magic erasers to take scuffs off of tabletops and just general cleaning products to keep things looking fresh and new. You want your stuff to look really clean in a house.
In terms of maintenance, it's really important that you have your toolkit with you, especially when you go to a job site. For example, you want to have your wood glue with you because you never know when an accessory might break or you might damage the leg of a table and it needs to be glued back in place.
Frames on artwork, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
We use a wood glue a lot for that.
We do, so keep that handy.
Another easy thing that you can do for maintaining your inventory is to slap a fresh coat of paint on something. It's not rare for us to put a little bit of paint on the top of a kitchen table or an end table just to give it that fresh, clean look.
If you're using outdoor furniture, it's a great idea to power wash it every once in a while. Keeps everything looking fresh and clean.
As far as maintaining your inventory goes, the more time you spend up front taking good care of the stuff you have, the longer it's going to last you in the long run.
In terms of protecting your inventory, whether it's in storage or in transit to one of your properties, furniture blankets go a long way.
There are a lot of things that you can do to take really good care of your stuff, both while it's in your warehouse and while it's in transit to and from job sites. We use a lot of cardboard and foam scrap pieces and newspaper and packing paper, in addition to the furniture blankets that Erin mentioned. All of these things can be used to layer, to hold things apart from one another, and to keep surfaces from bumping, scratching, denting.
Yeah, like for example, when we have things stored in our storage space, we'll put maybe a larger console down, and then we'll put a furniture blanket on it, and then we'll put chairs on top of it. That way that the feet of the chairs don't scratch the surface on the top of the console. So you'll learn these things over time, but we find that furniture blankets are tremendous value to us in terms of not letting our inventory get ruined.
When it comes to the accessories that we have in inventory, we do two different things. One way that we deal with our accessories inventory and storage is to keep it all visible and neatly organized on shelving. The other thing that we do on occasion is to leave it packed in the bins that they're in, categorized kind of by the room. So if we know this is a bin of kitchen items, we'll leave it packed up. It's already wrapped from the last job and a whole kitchen bin is ready to go.
Yep, same thing for bathroom bins. So we kind of categorize them again by kitchen and bathroom and living room and then bookshelves or something along those lines. So we know that if we're going to go do an installation, we know we need to grab 2 bathroom bins and 1 kitchen bin. And if there are built-in bookshelves, we know we need a lot of accessories. So that's our way of kind of keeping projects moving along quickly and not spending too much time packing and unpacking and repacking our inventory.
Lampshades are a big deal. This is probably one of our most frequently damaged items.
Yep.
It's worth the extra effort to take a plastic bag, a garbage bag, whatever you have, to cover and protect your shades. When we move, we've told you guys this before, it's not unusual for us to take the lamps themselves and move them in our own vehicles, even though we've hired a moving company. Moving companies are genius at moving those items themselves, but we save time and money by putting those into our car, strapping them into seat belts, and keeping them just really well protected. Lampshades dent really easy too, so you don't want them shifting. Keep them in boxes, keep them separate.
Yeah, we've actually, we'll stack our lampshades as many as possible within one another, with the smallest on the inside and the largest on the outside. And then if you have a box big enough to fit them all in, it's worth the extra step and the extra effort that it takes to pack those correctly. Otherwise, your lampshades get wrecked. They get scuffed, they get broken, and it's kind of an expense that you can avoid.
Speaking of packing and moving, know what you're doing if you're going to move your own inventory. You've got 2 options here. One is to hire a moving company, and then you've already got your bases covered. These people are pros. They know what they're doing. They're going to take good care of your stuff. If you choose to go the route of moving things yourself with a rented truck, spend some time learning how to properly strap down furniture. Spend some time learning how you can put things on the truck so things are not shifting around. How can you protect your small items? Watch videos on YouTube if you don't know how to do that. Or watch other moving companies and see what they do. Learn from the pros.
Another thing that you can use when you're moving your furniture that preserves both your furniture and your back is a furniture dolly. It's definitely worth it. Some pieces are just a little bit too heavy for us to handle on our own, so if you have a furniture dolly handy, we can pull them into the house and we take less risk of damaging the furniture, hurting ourselves, and also we're not as likely to bang up corners of the house that we're moving things into.
One last pro tip for you. Be mindful of the materials that you're using. We live in a coastal area, so oftentimes homes have a lot of natural sunlight coming in, and sunlight in a very short amount of time can damage, fade, discolor your upholstered pieces.
Yeah, so that's one reason that we use a lot of light colored furnishings, because that's less noticeable. But we have noticed that over time, it doesn't matter the level of quality of stuff that we buy. It could be high end or it could be less expensive furniture, but it does fade if you leave it in direct sunlight. So just be mindful of that when you are buying your staging inventory.
So there are a couple of quick things that you can do to protect your home staging inventory.
Click on the link below and we'll send you some free downloads, and hit the subscribe button. We'll see you again next time.